Holy crap. Xbox is having one of the biggest sales ever, and it's not even Black Friday. There's tons of games for up to 90% off. Actually, there's a bunch of them for 90% off. The first video I'm going to do today is going to cover those ones quickly, and then the next video is going to go into all my favorite deals, the best deals, a little less than 90% off, but still incredible for this this sale. And there's hundreds of them. I won't be able to cover them all, so we'll try to keep it simple. I've been following sales every Tuesday since the PlayStation 3, then into the Xbox. My collection is vast, and I spent very little on it because of watching out for these sales. As you can see from behind me, the list of the games that I own is incredible, and I paid next to nothing. So that's what we're going to go in today. Because there's so many of them, I'm going to keep it brief, no particular order, and I am going to be forced to read that this is just too many of them. So let's start off with XCOM 2 collection, Rustler, WAPO, Windbound, Unbox Newbies Adventures, The Long Reach, Stay Cool Kobayashi-san, Solo Islands of the Heart, Rogue Stormers, which I actually own that one, it's not too bad, Rock of Ages 3, Make and Break. I've tried at least one or two of the first ones, they weren't too bad either. Remothered Broken Porcelain, Rapala, Fishing Pro Series, Rad Rogers Radical Editions, and there's going to be a nice few animes for the anime lovers out there dirt cheap right now. One Punch Man, A Hero Nobody Knows, and 2 One Piece games, World Seekers and Burning Blood. These ones have actually been in sale a lot lately, so I'd watch out for them, but still dirt cheap, might as well try. We're going to go into, I'm just going to scroll down here. The next ones will be MXGP 2021, another one that's at 90% a lot. Lost in Random. Defunct looks fun, and there's a 3-pack, and the 3-pack, each one is would have been great as a deal. It is, but 90% off. You can get 3 cheap games for really next to nothing. Redeemer, 9 Monkeys of Shaol, and The Ashes of the God. The next one will be Area. Then we have Ari and the Secrets of the Seasons, Big Buck Hunter Arcade, Bleeding Edge, another good one for that price. Book of Demons, sounds cool, but I have no clue what that is. Contra Rogue Corps, gotta love the Contra series, and this one's a nice co-op multiplayer game. Gravel Special Editions, for those who want to spend nothing on a driving game. Homefront Revolutions, I actually just got this one from hearing amazing things about it, but I actually haven't had a chance to try it yet, so I want to stay a little bit off of that one. Lone Wolf. And then one of my daughter's favorite games of all time, Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga. And so she highly recommends that. So these are the ones for right now. I'm going to stop right there and then come back and regroup for the next video with my best deals. And I'll go into actually more details on a lot of the better ones, but I figured I'd at least throw out the 90% ones real quickly to you. My last video covered all the 90% games. And this week I actually put out a video because they had an incredible Lego deal on. But now with the spring sale, there is a ton of Lego games to choose from. Post them up here so you can just take a quick look. The best deal though is probably for the Marvel fans out there, because you can get Marvel Heroes 1 and 2 as well as the Avengers and all the extras for a fabulous low price. So that's one of the best ones. And there's also a Lego bundle which will give you 4 games also at a phenomenal price. It's only a couple of bucks more than if you bought them all individually. So, and individually at the prices they're at right now. So this is just as incredible as it's ever going to get. In fact, you spend $25 and you have the most amazing collection around. So just keep that in mind for those Lego lovers out there. Sports fans, and especially lover of sports video games, this is a good time to pay attention because we got a ton of them off for 70 to 80%. And they're actually all the most recent editions of all these games, so you can take a little peek. All great time to fill in all your sports games that you like. You'll notice MLB The Show 24 is missing. It was just released on Game Pass, so you can always check it out on that, and it'll probably come down in price later on anyways, or if you get Game Pass, you always get a discount on any of the games you buy on Game Pass. Okay, there's a ridiculous amount of games that are 70, 80% off. So I'm just going to go over a few of them and a few, because they each come with a couple games from the series. So if you like Plants vs. Zombies, there's a few good games to choose from there. Needs for Speed also is at a great place at that. But I do want to warn you, I've seen Need for Speed recently come off at 90%. So I'd be careful at this price, but still a great deal for the Needs for Speeds. If you're a Battlefield fan, we got some great choices for you discounted as well. Some Assassin's Creed games are on sale for 70%, but you're actually better off getting the bundle with the last 3 installments, all for 80% off at a phenomenal price. You get 3 top-of-the-line Assassin's Creed games, except for the absolute newest ones, which just came out with Mirage, but that's actually at an amazing 40% off, probably an all-time low so far, but I have a funny feeling that one's going to go down in price. But if you're impatient, 40% off is still a darn good deal. And actually, one of my favorites is the Syndicate, and that's in there for 70% off. It's a little dated now, but it's still my favorite. And I guess I should just put it out there because it is Xbox. There is some deals on Halo games. Yeah, not really much to say about that one. There are a lot of top tier games, newer games that have just come out at 50%. They may go up in the future, but for right now, 50% is as good as you're going to get on almost any of these games. I've played them all, except for the Harry Potter game and the Suicide Squad. I might get them both when they actually go down in price, but for now, no. And the Suicide Squad's always going to have my problem that I just can't get over. King Shark and Captain Boomerang using guns. What is wrong with these people? I don't know. Anyways, we'll go on to the next one. Just before going on to the next ones, I do want to mention that I usually always suggest the deluxe or ultimate editions, because if you get the base game and change your mind, you might not be able to find a great deal on the expansion. So it's always best to get them all as soon as you can, or at least get a season's pass or something like that. Hot Wheels 2 is on special. The first one was fantastic. I actually downloaded the second one, but haven't had a chance to play it. But by the time I put this video out, I can at least put a little clip of my game from that one. So that one's definitely highly suggested. Far Cry 6 is on sale right now, and it's definitely the best one in the series. I actually played that for quite a bit and enjoyed that one. Diablo 4 is the game I'm actually playing the most, and mostly because of the multiplayer aspect. My daughter and I, it's one of the few games we agree on, so we can spend hours just mindlessly killing things away. I actually put on a TV show in one ear here and in the other ear, and just a great game where it doesn't take too much thinking. Graphics are great. It's pretty much Diablo 4 or Diablo 2, which I love, but way better.
You are already at full life.
Jedi Fallen Order I actually played quite a bit of. It's a well-done Star Wars game, so at this price it's really hard to argue. What I haven't had a chance to play though is Jedi Survivor, which is also on special. Not quite as good one, but I got nothing. Last weekend, I was able to try Cyberpunk for a 5-hour trial. Wow, I fell in love with that game. Right now, it's 50%. I want to wait for that Ultimate Collection, which is not 50%, to go down way in price before I get it. But this is definitely near the top of one of the games I'm going to be getting. And actually, a few weeks ago, I got to try a free trial of Mortal Kombat 1. Now, considering I've played almost every single one of them and loved them, I wasn't having too high of expectations, but it was a phenomenal game. Played the campaign for a while, enjoyed it. They just keep improving this game, so I still don't like that price, but if you're itching to get it, that's 55% is a great deal. And even though at some point they're going to come out with the Forza Horizon 6, and Forza Horizon 4 is actually at a better deal than this, which is also a really good game, but the graphics, the play, it works with my steering wheels and pedals. I love Forza Horizon 5. I'm so glad it's on Game Pass, so I haven't actually had to buy it, but I still can play it whenever I want. Now, time for my 5 top picks of the sale. 4 of them are 90% off. One of them is only 80% off. And the one that's 80% off, I still highly recommend. It's Gotham Knights. It is, in my mind, what continues after the Arkham series. I know everyone's saying Suicide Squad is, but this one really feels like it. The gameplay, the characters you choose, well, Batman dying to begin, it really kind of sucks. And this is the route I take. I am playing it on Game Pass for free, which is why I haven't bought it. But at 80%, I do have to say this is a great price for a great game. And speaking of which, the Arkham series, especially Dark Knight, where you get to go through the city, do all kinds of wonderful things, is also on sale as well this week. So I already mentioned my love of Mortal Kombat. The previous one, Mortal Kombat 11, is at 90% off. The Ultimate one with everyone unlocked. And Injustice 2, same thing. The Ultimate Edition with everyone unlocked is at 90%. And then What I would actually suggest is the combo pack of both, which is cheaper to begin with. That is 90% off. And that price for those two games is almost the top of all suggestions of everything I ever said. If you like fighting games. If you don't, you might want to ignore that. For those of you who love the Saints Row series, a cartoonish version of GTA, but we have Agents of Mayhem, which is from the makers of Saints Row. Same style, except it's in futuristic Seoul, I believe. And you get to play cops with superhero powers. And I do always like playing the hero as opposed to the villain, so I never got fully into the GTA series. But all open world concept games were pretty much owing that to the beginning, so I don't want to take away credit from them either.
Settle down.
Star Wars has a game actually in my top 5 mentions. Not that it's one of my favorite Star Wars games, although it is amazing. The graphics are spectacular. Gameplay is pretty simple and easy to use. Star Wars Squadrons, because at 90%, this is just a spectacular deal for the quality of game you get.
That should help.
Finally, it's one of the last games I actually did purchase for the same price a little while back. Back 4 Blood. Of course, I love the Left 4 Dead series so much that I actually went and got a 360 just for that, even though I had a PS3 with most of my games on it. This is a better version of it. Obviously, still 4-player multiplayer, fight zombies, blah, blah, blah. But they make a much better job, a lot more options, and at this price, as I mentioned, there's way too many games to go through, but I just chose some of my favorites or what I thought some of the best deals were. Go to the Xbox Game Store, see all the deals. They said there's hundreds of them. I think up to 400 I heard. Don't quote me on that, but that's a ridiculous amount of sales. Definitely worth the checkout, and I think I'm going to be done with the sales more for the most part now. Just do a little bit here and there and focus on the 5,000 games I've played. So I'm going to start doing that from now on and hope to see you for that.